Question 251. Which of the followings are the responsibilities of local government?
A. Education, foreign policy and transportation. B. Healthcare, natural resources and transportation. C. National defense, healthcare and transportation. D. Social and community health, snow removal and transportation. The answer is D. Social and community health, snow removal and transportation. Question 252. What does the Canadian flag look like? A. Red with a white maple leaf. B. Red and white with a bear. C. White with a red border on each end and a red maple leaf in the center. D. Red and white with provincial emblems. The answer is C. White with a red border on each end and a red maple leaf in the center. Question 253. What does Confederation mean? A. The joining of provinces to become a new country. B. The United States Confederate Army came to settle in Canada. C. The combination of neighborhood to build a larger community. D. The merger of colonies to form a province. The answer is A. The joining of provinces to become a new country.
Question 254. In what year were the Aboriginal peoples granted the right to vote? A. 1960. B. 1790. C. 1950.
D. 1632.
The answer is A. 1960. Question 255. In which period did Canada's economy and industry experience a boom? A. 1880s. B. 1890s and early 1900s. C. 1920s. D. 1860s. The answer is B. 1890s and early 1900s.
Question 256. What are the three parts of Parliament? A. The Queen, Governor-General and Prime Minister. B. The Governor-General, the Legislative Assembly and the Senate. C. The Queen, the House of Commons and the Senate. D. The House of Commons, the Legislative Assembly and the Senate. The answer is C. The Queen, the House of Commons and the Senate. Question 257. Which two are Great Lakes? A. St. Lawrence and Superior. B. Ontario and Okanagan. C. Michigan and Okanagan. D. Huron and Erie. The answer is D. Huron and Erie. Question 258. What is known as the effort by women to achieve the right to vote? A. The suffrage motion of women. B. The women's voting law. C. The election law. D. The women's suffrage movement. The answer is D. The women's suffrage movement. Question 259. What do political parties do? A. Follow commands from the Queen. B. Share ideas about how government should work. C. Plan for the celebration of Canada Day. D. Work with the local governments. The answer is B. Share ideas about how government should work.
Question 260. Who were the United Empire Loyalists? A. Inuit and First Nations. B. French and British settlers. C. First Nations and British settlers. D. Settlers from the United States during the American Revolution. The answer is D. Settlers from the United States during the American Revolution.
Question 261. What does the right to a secret ballot mean? A. No one can watch you vote except the election officer. B. The voter should not tell anyone for whom he or she voted. C. Only the candidate you vote for can watch your marked ballot. D. No one can watch you vote or look at your marked ballot. The answer is D. No one can watch you vote or look at your marked ballot.
Question 262. Which province is Canada's largest producer of hydroelectricity? A. British Columbia. B. Manitoba, C. Ontario, D. Quebec. The answer is D. Quebec. Question 263. Which territory shares a border with another country? A. British Columbia, B. Alberta, C. Northwest Territories, D. Yukon Territory. The answer is D. Yukon Territory. Question 264. Which four provinces first formed Confederation? A. Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. B. Ontario, Newfoundland, Quebec and Nova Scotia. C. Ontario, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick and British Columbia. D. Ontario, Quebec, Manitoba and Nova Scotia. The answer is A. Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. Question 265. When was the Canadian Pacific Railway finished? A. Late 1600s. B. Late 1700s. C. Late 1800s. D. Early 1700s. The answer is C. Late 1800s. Question 266. Who has the right to run as a candidate in federal elections? A. Any man who is at least 18 years or older. B. Any Canadian citizen who is at least 18 years old. C. Canadian citizens and landed immigrants. D. A Canadian citizen who is 16 years or older. The answer is B. Any Canadian citizen who is at least 18 years old. Question 267. What are the territories of northern Canada? A. Nunavut and Yukon Territory. B. Northwest Territories in Alaska. C. Yukon and Northwest Territories. D. Yukon Territory and Northwest Territories in Nunavut. The answer is D. Yukon Territory and Northwest Territories in Nunavut. Question 268. How does a bill become a law? A. Must be approved by the governors of each province. B. Must be approved by a majority in the House of Commons and Senate, and received royal assent. C. Must be signed by the Queen or King. D. Must be approved by the members of the Parliament. The answer is B. Must be approved by a majority in the House of Commons and Senate, and received royal assent. Question 269. Who are the Quebecers? A. European settlers in the 1600s. B. Descendants of the French colonists. C. Descendants of the Anglophones. D. People of Quebec. The answer is D. People of Quebec. Question 270. Fatima is a new immigrant to Canada. Why can she choose to take a job like any man? A. Because of the equality between French and English. B. Because she came from United Kingdom. C. Because of the equality of women and men in Canada. D. Because she has a university degree. The answer is C. Because of the equality of women and men in Canada.
Question 271. Why is British Columbia known as Canada's Pacific Gateway? A. Because billions of dollars in goods are shipped to and from Asia. B. Because it has Pacific Ocean on its coastline. C. Because many people of Asian origin live there. D. Because it attracts many tourists all year round. The answer is A. Because billions of dollars in goods are shipped to and from Asia.
Question 272. When was the Magna Carta signed? A. 1649. B. 1215. C. 1425. D. 1615. The answer is B. 1215.
Question 273. What does the Great Charter of Freedom include? A. Aboriginal people's rights. B. Employment rights. C. Freedom of conscience and religion. D. Freedom from taxes. The answer is C. Freedom of conscience and religion. Question 274. What is habeas corpus? A. The right to live and work anywhere in Canada. B. The right for peaceful assembly. C. The right to speak freely. D. The right to challenge unlawful detention by the state. The answer is D. The right to challenge unlawful detention by the state. Question 275. Who invented the snowmobile? A. Alexander Graham Bell. B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. C. Sir Sandford Fleming. D. Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward. The answer is B. Joseph Armand Bombardier.
Question 276. Who out of the following is above the law in Canada? A. Judges. B. Police. C. Politicians.
D. No one.
The answer is
D. No one.
Question 277. What are the three branches of the Canadian government? A. Executive, Senate and Judicial. B. Executive, Legislative and Monarchy. C. Executive, Police and Judicial. D. Executive, Legislative and Judicial. The answer is D. Executive, Legislative and Judicial. Question 278. Under Canadian law, why is every person presumed to be innocent until proven guilty? A. No person or group is above the law. B. Men and women are equal under the law. C. Freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression. D. To guarantee the due legal process under the law. The answer is D. To guarantee the due legal process under the law. Question 279. Who governs Canada on a daily basis at the federal level? A. Premier. B. Governor General. C. The Queen. D. Prime Minister. The answer is D. Prime Minister.
Question 280. What does the Canadian crown symbolize? A.
Amare usquad mare.
B. Symbols of England, France, Scotland, and Ireland. C. RCMP, the National Police Force, and one of Canada's best-known symbols. D. Canada is a constitutional monarchy. The answer is D. Canada is a constitutional monarchy.
Question 281. Who is awarded the honor of Victoria Cross? A. Canadian politicians. B. Police officers. C. Best Innovation of the Year. D. A Canadian showing conspicuous bravery or self-sacrifice. The answer is D. A Canadian showing conspicuous bravery or self-sacrifice. Question 282. Federal elections are carried out to elect which of the following? A. Premier. B. Prime Minister. C. Member of Parliament. D. Senator. The answer is C. Member of Parliament. Question 283. What is a part of our heritage under the Canadian legal system? A. Freedom under law. B. Democratic principles and due process. C. Rule of law. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Question 284. Which is Canada's largest city and main financial centre? A. Vancouver. B. Toronto. C. Montreal. D. Calgary. The answer is B. Toronto. Question 285. Which of the following describe two responsibilities of provincial or territorial government? A. Policing and citizenship. B. Policing and firefighting. C. National defense and highways. D. Education and healthcare. The answer is D. Education and healthcare. Question 286. Where do Inuit people live? A. Ontario. B. Reserve land. C. In scattered communities across the Arctic. D. Prairie provinces. The answer is C. In scattered communities across the Arctic. Question 287. Who contributed to the invention of the radio and also sent the world's first wireless voice message? A. Reginald Fessenden. B. Alexander Graham Bell. C. Mike Lazaridis. D. Matthew Evans. The answer is A. Reginald Fessenden. Question 288. Which region was stormed and captured on D-Day, June 6, 1944, by the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division? A. Berlin. B. Juno Beach. C. London. D. Paris. The answer is B. Juno Beach. Question 289. Who invented the sport of basketball? A. Canadians. B. French. C. Germans. D. Americans. The answer is A. Canadians. Question 290. What are the men who established Canada called? A. Fathers of Confederation. B. Fathers of Dominion of Canada. C. Fathers of Canada. D. Fathers of Constitution. The answer is A. Fathers of Confederation. Question 291. Which of the following describe two responsibilities of federal government? A. National defense and foreign policy. B. National defense and firefighting. C. Citizenship and maintaining highways. D. Healthcare and education. The answer is A. National defense and foreign policy. Question 292. In which year was the British Parliament prohibited from buying and selling slaves? A. 1793. B. 1877. C. 1807. D. 1833. The answer is C. 1807. Question 293. Who became the first French-Canadian Prime Minister since the formation of Confederation? A. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. B. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. C. Sir George Etienne Cartier. D. Sir Leonard Tilley. The answer is B. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. Question 294. Which of the following is the highest court of Canada? A. A provincial court. B. The small claims courts. C. The Supreme Court. D. The Federal Court. The answer is C. The Supreme Court. Question 295. Who represents an electoral district? A. The Commissioner. B. The Governor General. C. The Lieutenant Governor. D. A Member of Parliament. The answer is D. A Member of Parliament. Question 296. Which of the following was invented by Alexander Graham Bell? A. BlackBerry. B. Fax machine. C. Telephone. D. Internet. The answer is C. Telephone. Question 297. Which sport has the greatest number of registered players in Canada? A. Lacrosse. B. Soccer. C. Curling. D. Basketball. The answer is B. Soccer. Question 298. What is celebrated on April 9th? A. Vimy Day. B. Family Day. C. Thanksgiving Day. D. Boxing Day. The answer is A. Vimy Day. Question 299. When was employment insurance introduced by the Canadian federal government? A. 1947. B. 1950. C. 1940. D. 1965. The answer is C. 1940. Question 300. What information can be found on a voter information card? A. Confirms that your name is on the voters list. B. States when you vote. C. States where you vote. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above.